Hey everyone, welcome back to another segment of Michigan Conservative Roundtable. Mac is to my left, mocking me before the camera started.
I was.
Mr. Thirsty is to my right.
It was
My
rather
name
funny.
is TJ. Mac mocked me, Thirsty laughed, and I'm being picked on. So anyways, in this segment, I just wanted to throw out the idea. I'm wondering if perhaps maybe the Democrats have bitten off more than they can chew. And what I mean by this is, if you've paid attention to the news this past week, and the easiest example of what I'm trying to say here is Merrick Garland appearing before the Senate hearing. And when you listen to everything that was said in this Senate hearing, and what led up to this Senate hearing, for those not up to speed, is about a month ago, the National School Board Association sent a letter with concerns to the White House about all these angry parents showing up at school boards and basically reading the school boards the riot act. Well, the National School Board Association wanted these parents to be treated as domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
And Merrick Garland,
For using their First Amendment rights.
and Merrick Garland wrote a memo that was sent out to, I don't know, his local district, his attorney, whatever they're called,
District agents.
The guys that prosecute criminals throughout
District
the country.
attorney.
Yeah, district attorney. All right. So, and this is where it got really interesting. Ted Cruz was he was taking the letter, and he says, why when he tried to pin Merrick Garland down, Merrick Garland couldn't really give any examples. John Kennedy says, he goes, let's be honest here. You're just a vessel. He goes, this is coming from the White House, and you're just a vessel. And Merrick Garland, he was sitting there, he looked like a deer in the headlights. You know, he didn't know what to say. He didn't know how to respond. Denial is what it was, but
Sure. Well, they're not used to accountability.
but it was interesting how Senator John Kennedy says, let's be honest here, you're just a vessel. And where I thought it went to the next level was when Tom Cotton, Senator Tom Cotton, he's reading Merrick Garland, the Riot Act, and says, thank goodness you never got on the Supreme Court.
He would have been an activist judge. That's pretty clear.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. And as I'm saying all this, I'm not quite. I don't think maybe this is playing out the way the Democrats thought it was going to play out. That leading to, I have to wonder if maybe they've bitten off more than they can chew.
Well, TJ, if you think about it, if the Democrats don't shut down these parents, and they're actually going to allow people to speak their mind as they legally should be able to, it's gonna bring things to light. It's going to show the general public of what's actually being taught in these schools. You know, they want to indoctrinate the next generation. You know, they got these sex ed classes now that are teaching disgusting and horrific things. You know, they're trying to teach these kids about, you know, what is it, 72 genders out there now, and these parents are saying no. You know, the kids in school are supposed to be taught how to learn, not what to learn. You know, if the Democrats can't stop that, how are they going to have their next generation of voters?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
You know, you asked the question, have they? I don't think they have, certainly, because they know how big their mouth is, and how much bigger their mouth could get with with a few anomalies here and there, and a well-placed disease at the right time, so we can have different forms of voting that they will control. And and I hate to swerve out of the lane here a little bit, but Terry McAuliffe is down by 8 points at the time of this recording, and don't be surprised if he wins by 10%.
I'm already reading news reports.
Don't be surprised if he wins by 10%, even though he's down 8, and that virtually never happens. It just happened, you know.
Well, I do have a retort.
Polls aren't accurate anymore.
I do have a retort.
There is that.
The very letter sent from the National School Board Association that prompted Merrick Garland's memo that he sent out directing, well, you know what, John Kennedy, sicking. You're sicking the FBI on these parents.
Well, they're misusing, that's not what the Bureau is for.
But
it's not to get the American public.
The National School Board Association pulled the letter because it wasn't playing out the way they thought it would.
Well, I know for a fact when the kids were in the Zoom classes, teachers were losing their mind because the parents were actually sitting in the room with the kids.
And
How
they didn't like it.
Yeah, and they did not like it because.
Well, there again, there's that the A word, accountability.
Something I just want to include in this segment, and this involves the COVID-19 lockdown or vaccinations. I don't think they were expecting all the protests. If you had said to me, are they going to protest outside de Blasio's mansion? I would have said, nah, that's not going to happen.
Not in New York, not New York, you wouldn't think.
But it's happened. I mean, and not only are they protesting in front of his mansion, they're out there chanting, "Let's go, Brandon."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so here they are in New York, outside de Blasio's mansion, chanting, "Let's go, Brandon."
I only caught a snippet of it. I mean, I don't need to cut you off though, but on the Senate floor, I forget who it was. I forget what senator it was, but after he got done with his speech, right before he walked away from the podium, he said, "Let's go, Brandon."
Oh, yeah, that was in the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
But also, and here's and you know this could be wishful thinking on my part, okay? But I also want to throw in here, there's this sheriff in Wisconsin, Schmaling, Schmaling, Sheriff Schmaling, and he's basically, as I would like to say, a pit bull unleashed on the electoral anomalies of last year. Now, whether or not that'll amount to much, and this is me with wishful thinking, I'll confess, but this sheriff is unleashed.
Well, he's already dug up anomalies.
He's talking about pressing charges with the district attorney, saying you need to press these charges.
Like I said, he's already found anomalies from skilled nursing facilities and nursing homes where people have come forward saying that my mom didn't request an absentee ballot. She's not even cognitively there. You know, she's like gone Joe Biden and she's going to vote.
Well, the thing about Schmaling, I don't think this guy's going to go away. No. I think this guy's here to stay on this issue. And
unless he has an accident.
Well, you know what? Yeah, and that's entirely possible. So, given these examples that I've cited, brings me back to my premise, was, you know, have they bitten off more than they can chew? And like I said, I'll confess, perhaps this is wishful thinking.
Well, my concern is, and it was before the last election, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to say that I was wrong, the fix is in. And it isn't ever going to be unfixed. Well, without certain actions we won't talk about here.
And we'll say certainly here in Michigan there's been no fix. The only thing in Michigan I've seen is that Melissa Crone, and she's a little bit of a pit bull unleashed too right now, but I don't see how her alone is going to accomplish much.
People got to give a damn, and they don't. And so I don't know what to do about that. They haven't suffered enough, I guess.
That was all I wanted to throw out. Any final comments?
I just figure with all the teeth that AOC has, that she'd be able to bite off quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I said, I'm certainly hoping that they've bitten off more than they can chew. And with that, that's a wrap. Thanks, everyone. And we'll catch you in the next segment. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.